Hi guys, Charlie Tango 1 coming at you with another video. I done one yesterday and can't think what it was about now. Weather's atrocious out there. Rain really been coming down since early hours this morning. Right now, this is for a gentleman by the name of Roman MZ Blades or something or other down in Oklahoma, I think he's at. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Roman. There you go. He's bought a couple of pouches off me, these possible pouches, you know, the little 4" by 5" thing, and he's quite impressed with them to the point where he ordered some more, but he wanted more of a bespoke one, which is like a lot of the work that I do, where people go round, they hunt the internet and everywhere else trying to find this and find that, like, you know, they can't get it nowhere, like, you know, I've hunted high and low and no one seems to make it. I went, well, give me a picture or something and sizes of something of what you want and I'll make it. And that's since I retired, that's what I've been tending to do, you know. I don't want stuff that's going to take me a week to do and all that. I mean, that's going back into coming out of retirement and going back into full-time work. I mean, I just had a run on these dummy waistcoats for shooting, for training gun dogs. I was working 7 days to get all them out. 7 days of non-stop, and I was in this little man hut here. Early in the mornings as well. I mean, I didn't have to get the alarm, I just got up, like, you know, and sometimes I'd work till about 9 o'clock at night. Nothing on the telly worth watching really, like, you know, and so I usually go back on YouTube and watch my mate Chris Upton doing his training on his gun dogs. You've got to go over and have a look at his videos, mate. What that man don't know, honestly, he's brilliant. I know I pump him a lot, because he is good. That's the trouble, he is good. Right, now, get onto these little pouches. I went into a red there, didn't I? Yes, sorry about the itchy nose. I dare say you've heard about London, the London Bridge, like, that was appalling, absolutely appalling. People are even telling the mayor of London, jack your job in, mate, jack your job in, like, you know, because the remarks he's been saying, of course he's a Muslim, isn't he? You don't say anymore. I'm not going to go there, not going to go there, but there's a lot of unhappy people, a very lot of unhappy people, to the point where if they ain't careful, people are going to take action, and it's getting very, very close to that, you know. We can't defend ourselves with nothing. We're not allowed to have a stick, not allowed, you know. So if the army and the police ain't there, what do? They jumped out of the van and just went randomly slashing people's throats and everything, you know. Well, you don't know that's going to happen. It just suddenly happened. Well, what's going on here? Before you know where you are, your throat's been slashed. Right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. My rant for the week, that is. Right, now these little pouches, as I said, Roman had a couple of them, but you've got to be careful where you leave them, you see, because if you leave them too close to one another, they start to breed. That's what they do. But, no, I'm not going to say it. I know what I was going to say next, you see. They start to breed, and they can breed like rabbits if you ain't careful. So always keep your pouches apart, otherwise what you end up with is lots of little pouches like this. Little 3" by 4" pouches. Yes, that's my mark. I always leave that somewhere on my job, so sorry Roman, you're going to have to live with that, because that's I always leave me little mark. I put a little bit of waterproof stuff on there, like, so if they feel a little greasy, don't worry, it will soak in. Well, by the time it gets to you, it's taking long enough. I've still got people waiting the 1st of the 4th or the 2nd of the 4th, and they still ain't had it. I'm going to get onto them anyway over that. And here's your little brown what you wanted. You wanted a little brown one. I've kept your hexagon, and I've made a little template like, because I thought, well, I'm not going to go through that rigmarole again. There we go, your belt loop on the back there. I'll just stuff some rag in there for now, just to punch the shape out a bit, because they do tend to go in when there's nothing in there, they collapse in. Now I have put an inner pocket in there, and it's stitched against the back of this on the inside, so when you open it up you'll see there's a pocket at the back. I think you said something about you wanted to put your magnifying glass, so I put a little pocket in both of them anyway. So there you go, mate. Without further ado, I'll pack them up. What's today? Tuesday. Bung them in the post, so they ain't going to be hanging around over the weekend. Hopefully they'll be on their way across the pond to you, because they go from here, they get picked up at Medway, the Medway towns, Chatham Dockyards, them sort of places, Rochester, Strood. There's a big sorting place there. They get picked up there, taken up to Heathrow Airport, and then it's on its way to, I don't know, Toronto or America, wherever it is, you know, they're going. A lot of them, they go to America, and then they're transferred from there over to Canada. So anything going to Canada, it still goes to America. Right, without further ado, there you go, Roman. So there's your little pouches. I hope you're pleased with them. Enjoy. Catch you on the next one. Cheerio.